God doesn't only see what you do, God sees what you keep quiet, what you postpone, and what you decide to leave for tomorrow. That too speaks about you, and sometimes it weighs more than your words. If today you choose not to correct what you're ignoring, that silence becomes sin. I'm not saying this to scare you, but to open a door. 9 omissions God does not overlook, revealed clearly so you can step out of the excuse zone and into decisions that change destinies. Stay, because in a few minutes you'll see why omission number 7 traps talented people who never take the step. If you leave now, you'll stay the same. If you stay, you'll change today. Before we continue, type in the comments, I choose to obey and not omit. That small decision will hold you when your mind tries to distract you. If you value direct, practical biblical messages, subscribe and turn on the notification bell now. We're going to walk together, and I don't want you to miss the part that could set you free right when you're about to give in. Doing nothing is sin. James 4:17 says it with disarming simplicity. Whoever knows the right thing to do and doesn't do it sins. You don't need to commit visible wrongs to drift away. It's enough to fold your arms when you know what you should do. This message isn't here to condemn you. It's here to wake you up. 3 verbs will order your day and your conscience. See, approach, act. If you practice them, your life stops revolving around excuses and starts bearing fruit. First, not helping when you can help. You're not expected to fix every injustice. You're expected not to close your eyes to the need God shows you. 1 John 3:17 asks, without flourishes, if you see someone in need and close your heart, how does God's love abide in you? The parable of the man wounded on the road, the Good Samaritan, holds up a mirror. Some saw and passed by. Others saw and stopped. The difference wasn't the speech, it was action. Your gesture, however small it seems, may be the answer to a prayer someone whispered last night. Share bread, share time, share a listening ear. When you become an answer for someone else, your own miracle begins. Second, not correcting with love when you see someone wandering off. Keeping quiet so you don't make waves sounds kind, but often it's indifference in disguise. Galatians 6:1 invites us to restore with gentleness the one who has fallen. Ezekiel 3:18 warns about the weight of not speaking when you must warn. It's not about judging. It's about loving enough to tell the truth respectfully. One conversation at the right time might prevent years of pain. If someone comes to mind right now, don't ignore it. Pray for that person and approach with humility. True compassion tells the truth without humiliating. Third, not forgiving when you know you should forgive. It's not denying the damage or justifying the unjustifiable. It's releasing the chain that ties you to the moment of pain. Matthew 6:14-15 declares that forgiveness unlocks mercy. Mark 11:25 teaches that when you pray, forgive, so that you too may be forgiven. Many prayers echo without answer because the heart remains closed. Forgiving isn't weakness. It's obedience that heals you. Name the person. Say it quietly, I choose to forgive. Take the step today and allow healing to reach you along the way. Fourth, not praying or seeking God consistently. 1 Thessalonians 5:17 says, pray without ceasing. It's not a devotional accessory. It's the air of the soul. When you abandon prayer, you grow cold without noticing. You react worse. You lose discernment. Luke 18:1 reminds us we must always pray and not lose heart. If Jesus withdrew to pray, how could you not? Set real times, even if brief. When you get distracted, return. If your mind goes blank, return. Consistency makes the heart fall in love again. Fifth, not sharing the message that saved you. Matthew 28:19 sends you to speak, and Acts 1:8 promises power to bear witness. A witness isn't the one who argues best. It's the one who tells what they lived. Don't hide light under the table. Someone near you is asking for a sign, an invitation, a simple word. Don't go with perfect phrases. Go with your real story. Open the door and let God do what you cannot. If these words are waking you up inside, type now, I act today. That phrase anchors the mind and moves the body. Post it in the comments to make yourself accountable in front of others. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. What comes after point 7 might be the turning point you were waiting for. 6th, not giving thanks or recognizing your blessings. Ingratitude doesn't always shout. Sometimes it hides in daily complaining. Luke 17:17-18 shows 10 cleansed and only 1 returned to give thanks. Gratitude is a discipline that clears your vision and cures the poison of comparison. Before sleeping, name 3 things you're grateful for. Upon waking, give thanks for the new day. When you remember where everything comes from, you recover peace, even amid problems. 7th, not developing the talents God entrusted to you. This is the most elegant and most dangerous omission. It looks like prudence, then it becomes fear, then pride, and finally regret. The parable of the talents is direct. The one who buried his was called negligent, not for doing something terrible, but for not doing what he should with what he had. Your gift is alone. Failing to work, it impoverishes your life and deprives others of an answer. Start today. Write 1 page, teach 1 person, serve quietly, practice that piece, finish that project. Don't wait for the perfect stage. Excellence is born from daily obedience, not occasional applause. 8th, not living with integrity in the everyday. And Peter 1:16 says, "Be holy, for I am holy." Integrity isn't appearance. It's consistency when no one sees you. Proverbs 10:9 declares that whoever walks in integrity walks securely. Your word, your punctuality, how you treat those who can't repay you, these reveal who you are. If you've allowed small shadows for the sake of comfort, name them and cast them aside. Peace returns with truth. 9th, not fulfilling your responsibilities. Colossians 3:23 teaches us to do everything as unto the Lord. Family, work, service, everything becomes an altar when you do it with excellence. Finish what you started, arrive on time, take care of what was entrusted to you. If you failed, ask forgiveness, make it right, and start again. Faithfulness in little opens doors that were once closed. There's a thread connecting the 9 omissions. The enemy doesn't always push you to fall in obvious ways. Many times he only wants you to stay still. Don't pray. Don't ask for forgiveness. Don't warn. Don't share. Don't give thanks. Don't use your gift. Don't follow through. Don't act. That's why this message is called Correct This Now. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Today. Imagine the scene you've passed by so many times. You see a need. This time you don't cross to the other side. You come closer. You do what you can. You don't fix the whole world, but you break inertia. And heaven records that step. Obedience feeds on small acts repeated faithfully. That's how a life changes course. If you're wondering where to start, here's a simple 7-day plan. Day 1, give thanks for 3 things and help someone in a concrete way. Day 2, speak with love to the one who needs correction. Day 3, truly forgive that person you still carry inside. Day 4, set apart real time for prayer. Day 5, tell your story to 1 person. Day 6, use a dormant talent in something small but excellent. Day 7, fulfill with excellence a responsibility you've been postponing. Repeat the cycle. The simple, sustained transforms. It's not enough to avoid evil. Life with God flourishes when you choose good. See, approach, act. That triad lifts communities, restores homes, and ignites sleeping callings. If today you choose a single step, you're no longer where you were yesterday. Now commit to words that push you to action. Type in the comments, I correct my omissions. I act today. Your public declaration will hold you when the emotion fades. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next messages that will train your consistency. Share this video with 2 people. One you know is ready and one you think wouldn't listen to something like this. You'll be surprised who responds when someone close brings them the truth with love. I want to pray for those who decide to act today. God, look at those who understood that silence also weighs. Give them strength to do the good they already know. Give them gentleness to correct with love. Heal hearts bound by resentment and open the doors of forgiveness. Establish discipline to seek you every day. Put words of truth on their lips to share what they have lived. Sow gratitude that defeats complaining. Awaken dormant talents and give them a path. Align their lives with integrity. Teach them to be faithful in what you entrusted to them. May today begin a new story that cannot be hidden. If you made it this far, it wasn't by chance. It was a call to obey. Don't leave it for later. Today is the day. What you obey in secret will bear fruit in the open. Subscribe now, share this message, and come back to tell us the step you took. Your testimony will ignite others.